Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we will like to do a presentation with the title that has been given, which is How Ministry of Tourism Managed Visit Malaysia Year 2020. But first, let me introduce you guys our group members. So I'm gonna start with the introduction. Visit Malaysia 2020 is the latest series of Visit Malaysia campaign. This is the 5th celebration of Visit Malaysia with the chosen theme Visit Truly Asia Malaysia. Objective of Visit Malaysia 2020 was to reduce the negative effects of tourism development, which this campaign also focused on sustainability of tourism, arts and culture. The Visit Malaysia 2020 has been cancelled days after government announced Movement Control Order, or known as MCO, to curb the spread of COVID-19. The Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry, Datuk Sri Nancy Shukri, also announced freeze on all over-the-counter and online services which involve all tourism activities at the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. This is to prevent the occurrence of tourism activities due to some tourism license holders who are still stubborn to carry out tourism activities even though they have been warned.
Planning is the process making a plan of activities to achieve a goal and the objective in one organization. Planning will make activities in one organization run smoothly. Planning will avoid an organization from making a mistake, and it will help one organization make the right decision. There have three planning that Ministry of Tourism to manage Visit Malaysia, which is implement the tourist bubble, launch the domestic tourist program, and launch the Clean and Safe campaign. 1. Implement the tourist bubble. This planning will increase our economy. This campaign focus on specific location like Langkawi, Pulau Pangkor and others, because movement of tourism will be easy to control. 2. Launch the domestic tourist program. This program has launched because government want to help local tourist base in Malaysia. It focus only on domestic tourist program. 3. Launch the Clean and Safe campaign. This campaign is help for remind people about standard operation procedure, which is SOP. All companies are corporate of the joint travel package, means all companies like hotel companies, service companies and others interested to work together to make this campaign success.
What is organization? Organization is the important function after planning was successful. Organization in the Visit Malaysia 2020. Firstly, they lead by Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture that show strong presence at the 38th ASEAN Forum in Vietnam. Besides that, Tourist Development Corporate of Malaysia, or TDC, are the organization under Ministry of Trade and Industry. TDC have mission that make Malaysia be a major contributor to the social economy. Besides that, government has package like Perhatian Nasional Economy Recovery Plan, or PENJANA, to recover economy in Malaysia. For example, government will give 1,800 to unemployed workers who are below 40 years old.
Decision making. Decision making is an action of making crucial decisions. The process consists of gathering ideas, identify information, and make decisions carefully. With this, it can help you organize your thoughts clearly in order to make the process easier. The Ministry of Tourism had plans on how to recover the economy. Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri has encouraged domestic tourism with strict hygiene and standard operating procedures (SOP). Siri Jelajah Semarakan Pelancongan Domestik has been launched as the government has introduced the green zone, and people can travel across the state. The government has also made short-term initiatives to recover our economy with encouraging people to travel by giving them promotions in terms of vouchers, e-wallet, and discount on booking travel package tour. Lastly, the ministry will make survey for trade and business events. As the report from the Malaysian Convention and Exhibition Bureau, MyCEB, showed only 70 events had been delayed while there are 20 events that had been cancelled. MyCEB's initiative is to boost Malaysia's business events industry after it recovered from the epidemic. To conclude, Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri has made a lot of wise decisions to recover the tourism industry as it plays an important role for our economy. We have to cooperate together to succeed all of these plans to recover our economy.
Controlling. What is a definition of controlling? Controlling means making something happen the way one has planned. Control is also the last function of the management process, which has performed after all the other functions of planning, organizing, staffing, and directing. It is an important function because it helps to check the errors, help in taking the correct action so that there is a minimum deviation from standard and in achieving the state goals of the organization in the desired manners. According to modern concept of controlling was used only when errors were detected. Lastly, the controlling function also help in the effective and efficient application of enterprise resources in order to accomplish the planned goals. Next, the importance of controlling. The importance of controlling is accomplishing organizational goals. It is because of controlling comparing the actual performance with the predetermined standards, finding out deviation and taking corrective measures to ensure that the activities are performed according to plans. Apart from that, importance of controlling is improving employee motivation. It can help in accommodating a good control system which ensure that each employee knows well in advance what they expect and what are the standard of performance on the basis of which they will be appraised. Thus, it helps in motivating and increasing their potential so to make them and helps them to give better performance. Finally, controlling important because it is making efficient use of resources. All activities can be performed in accordance with predetermined standards and norms so as to ensure resources are used in the most efficient and effective manners possible to further resources availability. Next step in the controlling process, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, which is MOTEC, has a standard in 2020 that they want to welcome 30 million tourists from all over the world to travel in Malaysia. Coming through with the landmark initiative, which is the latest series of the Visit Malaysia 2020, Malaysia has been forced to cancel the campaign Visit Malaysia 2020 after the government announced the Movement Control Order, which is MCO, to focus for curb the spread of COVID-19. Because of COVID-19, it's also fondly affected the tourism sector in Malaysia and the whole world. All the tourism had to postpone plan to travel to make way to curb the COVID-19 virus. Datuk Seri Nancy Shukri, which is Ministry of Tourism, frees all the counter and all service at the Tourism Licensing Department and the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, which is MOTEC office relate to tourism licensing, including business travel operator, tourist guides, tourism training institute, and registration of rate tourism accommodation permits, spa center, and food massage center. All tourist accommodation premises are allowed to operate at a minimum level, according to the National Security Councils. The tourists needed to quarantine according to their respective quarantine period, and the meal reservation was made through room service only. However, check-in at tourist accommodation permits during the Movement Control Order, which is MCO, is allowed but on a limited scale. This is because it is controlled the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Although travel activity are allowed on a limited scale, SOP must be practiced constantly and is mandatory for every tourist who are travels. For guests of tourist accommodation permits who are forced to extend their stay because of the Movement Control Order, which is MCO, they can check in to tourist accommodation permits that suit their budget. New check-in for domestic tourism are not allowed by Ministry of Tourism.
As a conclusion, Visit Malaysia is a campaign where it is implemented to increase the economy and tourism activities in Malaysia. However, Visit Malaysia 2020 could not be carried out according to the original plan due to the spread of COVID-19. Ministry Tourism, Arts and Culture has done many things to make sure this campaign still can be held. They plan to curb the COVID-19 from spreading out by implement travel bubble. Besides that, they only allow tourism activities to operate at minimum scale. They also has a package which is called Penjana. All actions that have been taken by the Ministry of Tourism very effective to the tourism industry. COVID-19 made huge impact to the tourism industry and our economy, but they managed to control this problem by taking many opportunities in a good way. That's all from us. I hope you guys enjoy watching our presentation video. Thank you for watching.